Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm a huge fan of Chaos and of Thunder Dragons. So today I have for you guys a pure Thunder Dragon deck list. Now, this is a pure list, and with pure I mean that it's not Wombo Combo, Dragon Link, Saryuja Turbo, etc. Lately with the boys I've been working on a combo heavy deck list, but all that has made me do was make me want to play pure Thunder. So after getting the deck list from my friend Francis, I adjusted it a little bit, and here you will see the final product of this pure deck list. Now, in no means, playing this deck only really reminds you that Colossus is banned, and it should be unbanned. Otherwise, this deck is...
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Not as good as you want it to be, but this deck is still surprisingly very strong. The end fields are still pretty cool. I don't want to spoil too much, you will see in a bit. But it's still a very insane deck. I've been playtesting this online and I've been having some great success. Finally doing that DB grind, I guess. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. If you want to follow these adventures, be sure to check out my Twitter, which is in the description down below, where I share a lot of the replays and the situations that came up with the Thunder Dragon deck. But yeah. Let's just go straight into the deck profile. So to properly explain this deck list, I should probably tell you guys what the goal of the deck is and what the idea behind it is. The goal is to either do 2 summons through Aloof or to do 4 summons through Solar to end on 2 very different endports. I will explain to you in a bit what it does. But of course, for the quote-unquote full combo, you need the Solar, which is why we will be playing 3 Solar. And for the, okay combo, the 5th summon will be a negate, which is pretty nice. We play 2 Aloof, which equals for 5 starters, which in my opinion is good enough. If you do need to have an additional normal summon, you can also just summon the Thunder Dragon Matrix, of course. So for the Thunder Dragon part, we play triple Thunder Dragon, triple Roar, triple Dark. Then we play double Hawk. Since Hawk is not so good anymore without Colossus, it's merely an extender now. Which is still very relevant. You can just search it and it's just not as important as either a Dark or a Roar together with Gale Space or Elder. We played a double Matrix, 2 is definitely enough. And I still play the duo. I really like my duo. I don't play a rank 8 in this deck, even though I still play Levianer. But I really like the duo. This card, it's a very strong summonable monster and it really helps with just outputting damage. Then I only play triple Ash. Just the only hand trap in the deck is kind of the flex spot. It's kind of dependent on, what kind of stuff is people playing at your local, stuff like that. I think I have the black, the white, together with the chaos spaces to come up later. And as the third target I have the Levianer. Just in case you need it, this card is just so strong. Together with a dark you can chain block it. And yeah. And then to set the premise of the deck list, I know this might not be exactly what you would have wanted, but it's just so strong in this deck. I play Sight, and I play Dark Magician, and I play Red Eyes Black Dragon. So you already can kind of see where this deck list is going. I will provide a combo, quote-unquote combo, after the deck profile, just so you really know and understand what this deck really does. But yeah, these cards are just kind of necessary now. We don't have Colossus, so we definitely just need other ways, to actually play. And these Link 2s really help facilitate, getting a strong endboard. Then we play the triple Space. This card is just so strong. You could opt to also play like 1 Striker Dragon and the Spheres, so that when you have space you always can play. Because it does happen in the deck sometimes where you only open light monsters and then it's just not so good. But I really like Chaos Space in this deck overall. The Buster, the dragons, they help extending. And they help trigger your Thunder Dragons, of course. It just combos so well, and Chaos Space is just such a good card where it cycles itself out. This is just perfect for this deck, honestly. Of course, triple Allure. Then we play triple Fusion, of course. Then we play the 1 Red Eyes Fusion, 1 Gold Sarcophagus, and the 1 of Instant Fusion as the Seki Instant Fusion. This card is really cuttable because it's at 1, but it's just when you draw it, it helps playing through like so many cards. It's wild. Forcing out the responses before the Titan comes out. Then triple Titan. I really think that 3 is kind of necessary still. You can definitely get away with 2, but I didn't see any other cards needed for the extra deck, so I just opted to play 3 instead. 2 definitely always comes up. This deck really has a lot of follow-up with the banish Thunder Dragon Fusion, add Thunder Dragon Roar, effect Roar, add back Fusion, fuse again, outputting like insane damage. But yeah, I really like this card, and it's the heart and soul of the deck right now. We play with a 1 of Kamari attack for the instant fusion. Of course we play the Dragoon as the other fusion. Then we play the Link Rebo. This is either for Matrix if you really need it, or for the Batteryman Solar. Then we play Phoenix to help play through cards. Then we play Cross Sheep. I'm playing this in case I really need to do damage turn 2, but otherwise it really doesn't have that many applications. Because if you like do the 2-card combo with Aloof and you summon 1 monster back, you only have 3 monsters and you cannot make another Link too, so it's really... But it's like just really strong card overall, and I really like it. And it really helps for outputting Burrow Sword. Then we play the Verta Anaconda, which is kind of the goal of the deck. You either use this to make Titan or to make Dragoon. I really like making Dragoon, and I'll show it off in the combo afterwards. IP. Sometimes you have like the best hand ever, and you can end on a Verte and an IP and a Dagda, which is insane, and then you can just make Apollos on your opponent's turn. But most of the time, just kind of, you know, if you already have sight, you can just make a Masquerena. You play the Artifact Dagda. For those of you that don't know what this does, if an effect on the field activates, quick effect, you can set 1 artifact monster from your hand or deck to the spawn trap zone as a spell, but destroy it during your opponent's next end phase. What this basically does is the moment the end goal for me, basically make a Verte, make this or the other way around, use the effect of Verte, chain the effect of Dagda, get a side set, either summon your Thunder Dragon, or if you already had access to that, you can summon your Dragoon. Then you have a Titan, Dragoon, Dagda, Verte, and you have a side set. And in your opponent's turn, if you're negated with the Dragoon, and 90% of the time you'll have a pop, so you can just use your Titan to pop your own side, which is why we play side. And then you can summon side from the grave, and then your opponent can summon for an extra deck, which is really nice, which is quite solid. It's a really nice, you know, ceiling for the deck. This deck doesn't really need to do anything crazy, so I just really overall like to mainstream it a little bit and don't go over the top, just consistent power output. Ending on a Titan and a Dragoon most of the time is already pretty insane, and having the Dagda as a backup will basically end their turn, and in your turn, with the power of the Thunder Dragons, you can just easily play to whatever they have. You have BLS, just a very strong card overall. You can make this together with Hulk, or with the duo, or with the Levianeer, and it's really good. And the Unicorn to play through stuff together with the Phoenix. Then the Burrow Sword. This deck has a lot of high beaters, but sometimes it still has kind of issues doing damage. So I just opted to play 1 Burrow Sword in the extra deck. And the Apollosa, just in case you really, really need it. So yeah, I don't really have a particular side deck. What I tested online is mostly just back row removal, triple Lancea and triple Sanctum, in case you go first. It's really nice, just side out the ashes, put in the Sanctums, just so that you have that little bit more side access. And yeah, so for the combos, I will just put it on like this a little bit. We'll talk about the best, quote-unquote, best combo in the deck, which is just a Solar and a way to summon back the Thunder Dragon. If you want to have it really broken, you can also open like a Chaos Space or like the White Viper Buster, which is insane. But for now, I'll just open the Solar and the Hawk. You normal summon your Solar, sending the Roar. Use the effect of Roar, summon the Dark. Use the effect of Solar, summon a token. You will link away the Roar and the token. For the Dagda, effect of Roar triggers in the graveyard. Summoning Dark. You link away the Solar and the Dark. For the Verte, Dark triggers. You get your Thunder Dragon Fusion. You activate Fusion. You can activate your Dagda. Setting the site. Shuffling back the 3 Thunder Dragons that you had in the graveyard, because it's always live then. make a Titan, and then make a Red Eyes as well with the effect of Verte Anaconda. Which is just a very solid board of just like 2 cards. Of course we are missing the 3 other cards in our hand, but just like kind of guess that it could be an egg, it could be a dark, it could be anything else. If you open something like Allure, you can also just add the Allure and dark, you can also just add the thing, then with Roar you can summon the egg, then you can have an egg in hand. Like it's really easy to play through like a pop in the hand, which is really nice. Something I also advise is to summon the Titan in the rightmost zone, so that it cannot be stolen by the new Geo card. Then summon the Dragoon right next to it, because this only this zone is only contested by the Anima, and the Anima cannot out a Dragoon. So that's really nice. And for the Aloof plus either Roar or Dark, or just any other card to get to the cards you need. Roar activates Chaining 1, Dark activates Chaining 2, or the other way around, just how you like it. Now this is just without any extenders. So now this time with Roar you do summon the Matrix. You can make a Link Rebo here, but I don't really see the point in doing that, so we will just link these 2 away. Make a Verte Anaconda, effect of Matrix activates. You can add your second Matrix. Then you activate the Thunder Dragon Fusion, shuffling back the 3 cards. Summoning Titan in the rightmost zone, and effect of Verte to make a Dragoon. So now you have the Titan, you have the Dragoon, which is already pretty difficult for most of the decks to deal with. And yeah, overall it just really feels this meta like this is exactly what you need, and it's never like 2 less. It's kind of difficult versus Drytron, which is definitely one of the harder matchups of the deck. But versus any other deck it really plays nice. This deck really doesn't die to back row in any way, because the Thunder Dragons just generically play through stuff by having so much value when they link away and being able to chain block. Yeah, this deck has been just a lot of fun when I was playtesting this online, so I really wanted to share this with you guys. So yeah, that's it for my Thunder Dragon feature. I really like to play this deck online. It's been just so much fun. I've been playing it against friends, I've been playing it on ranked, and it has just been a blast to play this deck again. I know it's really not to say without Colossus, but you know, unfortunately, these are the circumstances that we have right here. I personally believe that Colossus can come back. It will make this deck a lot of fun again, because this deck just plays so much fun. You know, forever it has been like everyone has been complaining about the Dragoon, but we really have never seen it in such a way. But it feels like such a perfect fit for this deck. It's really weird, but it feels like natural. It only makes like sense with the Aloof combo that I just shown. It's just so good, so strong, and it just fits the entire archetype so well with the additional resources that you can get through the Thunder Dragons. You can just have easy discards, get some synergy going there, and it just feels natural, and it's just really cool to, you know, duck that side. And yeah, overall the deck feels really toolboxy. It can have a really good going second hand as well, and it just has so much tools to, you know, keep playing, Chaos Space, discard a card, extend further, bait stuff. People still don't know what this deck does weirdly, so that also helps when playing online. But yeah, overall this deck is just a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend you guys playing it. If you played Thunder Dragon in the past pure, then definitely go pick this up and check it out. And if you have never played Thunder Dragon before, this is a great shot to get to know the deck a little bit better, because this is a deck that's it's so much value. The Thunder Dragons still are just so insane. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to get the Thunder Dragon Wombo combo super combo list, so I can get working on that. We have a pretty spicy list for that, but I'm just not sure if I wanted to share it with you guys, because I'm not sure if you guys are interested in more combo decks. But yeah, definitely let me know, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.